Hi guys, welcome to this video. In this video, I am going to show you how to design a professional website with WordPress and Elementor. You don't have to write any line of code. I am going to show you everything step by step. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to build a professional website like this. And this is the website we are going to build. It's a restaurant website with a banner hero you are seeing right now. It's a two-section column and an image on the left and a text element on the right with a black background here. So from there, we are going to add other elements like the button element, the icon element, the counter element. All we are going to add to this column. And when we come to the left column too, we are going to create a container here and give it a background image with this animation you are seeing right now. So from there's a lot of section that we have to cover. We are going to create this 3-column section too as well and give it a margin to bring it to the up here. So when we are done with that, we come below and create another section and to display all this menu food here. So we are going to create a section for that and also design each of these columns separately. So after that, we are going to duplicate it and get all the pieces we need. So when we're done with that too, we have to create another column, and that is going to be a 2-section column, and we are going to give it an image background with an image background. Yes, that's an image background you are seeing here. And after that, we are going to add different container in that first column, you see. So after that too, in the second column, we are going to add different text elements. We are going to add an icon. We are also going to add a button and an image to it. So from there, we are also going to create another section again, and that's going to be this section you are seeing right here. We are going to create different section, different column, and we are going to duplicate it with a grid. We are going to use a grid to do that, and after that, we are going to duplicate it to have all the number that we need and design everything you are seeing right here. So we are going to do a lot in this section. So after that, we are going to do a lot in this lesson. So after that, we are going to create another section, and that is going to be another 2-column section, and we are going to give it a background here. So after giving it a background image here, we are also going to give a background color to the column separately and give it a transparent. So we are going to add a text element in each of the column, and here too we are going to add an icon list here on the left, and after that we are going to add a button. So when we are done with the left column, we are going to start designing the right column by adding this text element, and we are going to add this form to it. So when we're done with this section, we come below and we are going to create another section, and that is going to be the gallery section. And we are going to design all these images, display these images, everything, add a container, a button, and design it very nicely as we are seeing here. So when we are done with the gallery section, we come below and create this counter section too. And after that, we also come below and create another section, and as you are seeing right here, it is going to be 4-column container with an image background, and we are going to add an element, icon element, and we are also going to add another container within it and add some text elements. So when we are done with it, we are going to duplicate to have 4 pieces. So after finishing designing that column, we come below and we are going to design this section too as well. So I'm going to show you everything in this lesson. So this lesson is going to be a little bit longer, but don't worry, you are going to learn a lot from this lesson. So after that, we are going to design this column as well. And when we done with this column, we are going to come below and design another section too. So when we're done with that, before we come to our footer, so it's going to be a long section. So if you are new to this channel and you still haven't subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe as I keep posting a lot of helping video like this. So back in my dashboard, So I am in my dashboard right now. So let me show you the theme and plugin that I'll be using through this lesson. So on the left side, come below, you see appearance. Put your mouse cursor on it. This pop-up is going to open. You see theme here. Click on theme. It will take us to the theme page. And as you can see, I am using the Hello Elementor theme. So if you want to install any theme or you want to use the same theme as mine, come to the up here, you will see add theme. Click on it. It will take you to this page, and here you can search for any premium theme, or if you have any theme that you want to upload, you can also upload it from here. So assuming that you want to install this theme, so you have to search it here, Hello Elementor. So when you search, it will come. You just install and activate it. So come back on your left side and come below here, you see plugins. Click on plugins and it will take us to the plugins page. And here you can add any plugin, but I am having only 2 plugins that I have added. So if you want to add any functionality to your website, you can add a plugin for that functionality. So we are going to use Elementor to build our website. So we have to install the Elementor plugin. So that's why I have 2 plugins here. So before you can install the Elementor Pro, you have to install the first one, that is the Elementor Basic. But the first one, the Elementor Basic, is free, and the Elementor Pro is not free, it's premium. But I'll be having a link in the description where you can download it. So assuming that you want to install any plugin or you want to install the Elementor Basic plugin, come to the up here, click on add plugin. Click on it and it will take us to this page. So here you can search for the plugin, or if you have downloaded a plugin from a different site, you can upload it from here. So let's search for Elementor here. So search for Elementor. It will load. It is taking some little bit of time. So when it comes, you just install and activate it. I already have it, so I'm not going to do that. So that is all for plugins and themes. So let's come back to our left side. Come to the up here on media, click on media, and it will take us to this page. And this is all the media we are going to use through this lesson. I will be having a link in the description where you can download all this media too. So come back on the left side again and come below, you see page here. Click on pages and it will take us to this page, and here you can create any page. Assuming you want to create a avatars page, service page, any type of page, you can create it here, but we will need a home page. So let's go up here, click on add page, click on add page, and it will take us here. Close it, and on add title, type home, because it's going to be our home page. Come to the right side, click on publish, and click on edit with Elementor. It's going to load and it will take us to our working environment. So close this one, and here we are in our working environment right now. So come to the left side. On your left side, you see this icon here. Click on this icon and go to user preferences. Okay, click on user preferences, display mode, click on dark mode here, and click on publish. Okay, so after that, let's go to the page settings by clicking on this page settings, and come below here on page layout, click on it and select Elementor full width. It will load. After it finishes, click on publish. Good, and our working environment is ready for us to start building our pages. So to create our hero section, let's click on this plus button. It will take us to this flex box. Click on this flex box, and here we need a 2-column section. So let's click on this 2-column section. Click on it, and it's going to take us here. So select this section, go to advanced, remove the padding, and let's go to layout. On layout, come to content weight, change it to full weight, and on the minimum height, let's give it a minimum height of 860. So from here, let's publish it. And after that, what we are going to do, let's go to style, and let's give it some background image, some slideshow image. So on background type, click on slideshow here, click on it, and here on this plus button, add image, click on it, and it will take you here. So click on media library here, and let's select our media library. Okay, so let's select this image, and I think this image and this image. Click on it, and here click on insert gallery, and it's going to bring all the images here. So after that, let's select it and publish it again. So let's check our reference site. So this is our reference site, and this is the hero section we are designing. So let's go back. So on our control panel, you can see this is our control panel here. So let's come below on the king banner effect. Let's click on yes, and it's going to bring this effect. So from here, we can start adding other elements to it. So what we want to do, we want to work on this second column section. So let's select this section, this column, go to advanced, and let's uncheck this padding, and let's go to style and give it a background color. So on background type, select classic, go here on color, and let's give it this dark color. So after that, let's publish it. Good. So let's go back to advanced, and let's give it a custom padding of top 80 and a left padding of 30 like this, and publish it. So from here, let's see, we have to add this element, this text element. So let's go back and go to our element panel by clicking on this and search for heading. Drag the heading element in this second column. So leave it, and let's come back, select this text from here. Let me select it like this, back to our working environment, and paste it here. Okay, so after that, let's go to style, and let's style this font by going to typography and change the font family to plus Jakarta Sun, and increase the font size to 75. Let's increase it. You can enter it, or you can just do the way I am doing it. So from here on the transform, click on it and click on uppercase, and everything is going to be capped. So from here, let's go back to typography, and here we can increase the boldness to 700 like this, and everything is looking good. So let's go back to content, and here let's add a line break, and it's going to be an HTML tag. So let's write it. Don't worry, we are not writing any code here, just write what I'm writing, right? Okay, like this, and publish it. So from here, let's go back to style and change the color to white like this, and publish it again. So from here, let's add another element by going to our element panel and look for text editor. Drag the text editor below, and we are going to maintain this text. So let's go to the code. Let's click on code here, and here let's add a line break. It is an HTML tag. Just write what I'm writing, right? So let's go to style and typography. Click on it on the font family. Let's change it to popping, and let's increase the font size to 16. So let's change the color a little. Let's make it a little bit white like this is okay, and publish it again. Let's check our reference side. We have to add this button and this icon to it as well. So let's go back to our working environment and let's go to our element panel by clicking on this plus button and look for container. But I can see my container here. So let's drag the container here below. Click on select the container, go to advanced, remove the padding of that container, go to the element panel and look for bottom, another element called bottom, drag it inside that container. So let's style that bottom. So let's go to style. Let's go to style and let's on typography, click on it. Let's change the font family to plus Jakarta Sun. And let's increase the font size to 70. You can type in. And here, let's make it 600. The boldness, sorry. So we can change the color to our dark color like this. Okay. So on the bottom, let's go back to the bottom again. So let's go to the content on icon here. Let's give it some icon of arrow. Okay, so let's look for arrow here. So let's click on this arrow. I would like this arrow. Select it. So we want to bring the arrow to the right side. So on icon position, click on this. It's going to bring it to the right side. So let's go back to our style. So on here, on this details, we are still in our control panel, right? So on this border radius, let's make it 100. Also on the padding, let's uncheck this. And here, let's make it 20. On the right, make it 30. On the bottom, make it 20. And on the left, make it 30. Like this. And publish it again. So we can give it some hover by going to hover here. On the text color, we can make it dark. Let's make the text color dark. And the background color, we are going to make it white. Like this. Okay. So from here, we can give it some animation, some shrink animation, and everything is looking good. So we can add another element, and that is going to be an icon. So let's go to our element panel and look for icon. Drag the icon the same container here. So select the container, go to layout. On item direction, click on this. So let's select this icon back and let's style it on view. Click on it and select stack like this. Let's go back to style. On here on style, on the primary color, let's choose our dark color. And the secondary color, let's make it white like this. Okay. And the hover tool, let's give it some hover. Of the primary color is going to be white. And the secondary color is going to be dark like this. Okay, so let's check our reference site like this, and everything is looking good. So from here, we are still inside this icon control panel. So on the size, let's increase it to 32, and let's give it some padding of 13. 13 is okay, and everything is looking good. Let's publish it. And we can see we are having this. So let's check our reference side. We need another container. So let's go back to our element panel. And we are going to duplicate this container. Let's duplicate this container. Okay. And first, I want to explain something to you. Let's select this section. Okay, and let me bring back this structure. You see, anytime this structure is very important because it helps you to select some element that you find it difficult to select when you are designing it here, right? So when you are finding it difficult to select an element here, you can bring the structure and select that specific element here. So it's always important to use this structure, okay? But if you don't name the structure here, any element that you create is going to automatically name it as container. So you are going to see a bunch of container here and you won't know which element is that. So naming it will show you that, okay, this is the element. So this section, let's name this section hero. Okay, so you can see the whole of this section is called hero, and all this element is inside this hero section, right? So that's what I want to explain to you. Okay, so this one you can name this container. So I will select this second container rather, and I will name it counter box. Let's make it counter box here. All right, so publish it. So from here, what I will do, I will delete this, and I also delete this. Okay, and I need this container here. So from here, I'm going to add another element inside this. So let's see, we need to add another element, and that element is going to be our grade element. So let's look for grade. This grade, drag this grade here, go to advanced, remove the padding of the grade, so like this, and let's go to layout. On layout, on the column, let's leave it to 3, and row, let's make it 1. Okay, so let's check, we need 3 column, 1 row. All right, so let's go back to our element panel and let's add another element inside this grade element. So we are going to add a container. So let's drag this container here and select that container and go to advanced and give the container a padding of 30, like this. Then select the container again, right? Let's select the container again and give it a background color. So on background type, let's select classic. On color, let's make it white. Go like this and publish it again. So from here, we can add some element inside this. So let's check our reference side. We need a counter element. So let's go to our element panel and look for counter. So let's drag this counter element inside. Good. And let's style this. So here on the counter, on the number ending, let's make it 4.8. And on the number suffix, let's make it K, capital K, like this. So let's copy this text back to our working environment. On the title, let's paste this here. And let's go to style and style this. All right. So click on number, go to typography, click on typography. On the font family, click on it and change the font family to plus Jakarta Sun. Plus Jakarta Sun. Change it and increase the font size to 50. Increase it to 50. And the weight, make it bold 700. So from here, let's go back to the title. Let's go to typography. Change the font family to Poppin. Increase the font size to 17. You can type in 17. Let's change back the font family to plus Jakarta and increase the font size, leave the font size to 17 and increase the boldness to 600, like this. So from here, let's select this and the number gap, let's see, we don't want any gap on it. And the title gap too, we are going to maintain it like this. So let's go back to the number again. Let's select on the number and change the color to dark, and the title, let's make it a little bit darker like this, and everything is looking good. So from here we can add a border here. Okay, so let's go back to style and go to border. So on the go to border, so on border type select solid. On border color, let's make it lighter like this, and we are going to give it a right border. So let's uncheck this, and here let's put 1 here. Okay, so like this, and publish it. So after that, what we are going to do is bring back this structure, select this grid, and come below and remove this gap, give it a gap of 0 so that this gap will be closed, right? And the gap is closed. So let's publish it, then hide this structure and duplicate this. Let's duplicate it. Good. And duplicate it again and publish this. So what I'm seeing here, let's go back, delete this, select this container and duplicate it like this, and duplicate this one again. Okay, so let's publish it. All right, and everything is looking good, but you can see there's a border on this one. So let's go back, select this one, go to style, go to border, and let's put it to none for this. So after that, let's publish it, and here you can see there's a border radius here. So let's give it some border radius too. So let's go back, click on this container, go to border. So on border radius, uncheck this one on the top here, let's give it 10. On the left, let's give it 10. So let's select this one too, go to border, uncheck this border radius. On the right here, let's give it 10. On the bottom here too, let's give it 10 like this, and publish it. And I think everything is looking good, right? So everything is looking good here. So let's check our reference site. Everything is looking good. So let's go back and let's select this one. Let's bring this structure and select this counter box. Go to layout. On the weight, change the unit to PS pixels, and let's give it a weight here of 367 and publish it. So this is what we are going to have, and this is what we did right now. So let's come back to this first container. Okay, so let's add a container. Let's add a container inside this column. So let's go to this element panel, drag this container here. So let's add a container inside this, but before, let's select this column, go to advanced, remove the padding. Let's go to element panel, drag this container here like this, select this, go to layout, and let's select this direction, item direction, select the first one, and let's add another container inside this like this, and let's duplicate this container. Okay, duplicate it like this, and everything is looking good. Okay, so let's bring this structure again. So let's select this container, select this container here, and let's select this on item direction. Okay, just uncheck that. So let's select this container, go to style, and give it a background color by going to background type. Select this color, give it rate, good, like this, and everything is looking good. So from here too, we can select this one too, go to layout, background type, select classic, and give it this dark color. So after here, let's select this container, go to layout, and remove this gap by giving it 0 here, and everything is looking good right now. So from here, let's publish it, and let's add element inside this container. But let's select this first container here, and let's go to advanced and give it some padding of 25. Let's make it 0 here. Select this container, that's this first container, go to advanced, then give it a padding of 25 here. Good. Select this one too, go to advanced, give it a padding of 25, and here let's add another element inside this one, and that is going to be an icon box. This icon box, drag it here. So let's check our reference site. So let's type here Google, and let's change this icon to this Google icon, insert it. So let's go back to our reference site, copy this text back and paste it here like this. Let's go to style, and the icon spaces we can make it 14, and the content spacing, we don't want any spacing here, but we want this icon to be at the left, so click here, and we want it to be at the middle, so vertical alignment, click on this one. So let's go back here on icon size. Sorry. So we are going to maintain the icon size like this, and let's go back to, but let's change the color to our dark red color, the hover color to the same thing, dark red. Let's go to this content. On the title, let's change the title, change the font family to plus Jakarta, and increase the font size to 23. Let's make it 23. You can just enter it inside. So on the boldness, let's leave it to 600. So let's change the color to black, the hover color to the same thing, to black. Good. So let's go to the description. Let's change the description typography to popping, and increase the font size to 16, and also make it a little darker like this, and everything is looking good here. So here we can select and align it to the middle like this. We can align everything to the middle nicely. So let's go to, okay, so everything is looking good. So let's come back here. You look for another element called heading, drag the heading element here. So let's write 4.8. Let's go to style, change the typography to plus Jakarta, and increase it to 23. We are going to leave it the way it is and change the color to white. Let's add another element by going to our element panel, and that's going to be rating. Drag the rating below. So here we are going to leave it, and let's style it. Let's give it a size, and the size is going to be 17. Icon size is going to be 17. The spacing, let's make it like 5. Everything is looking good. So here, let's change the color to white and go to advanced. Change the unit to EM. Uncheck this, and let's give it some margin. It's okay. Copy this, copy this, select it and paste it here like this. And here we can go to style, go to typography, change the font to popping, increase it to 16 the font size, and make it 400. So let's see, let's go back. 6.8K reviews like this. So let's publish it and select this one. Select this again. Select this element, go to advanced, change the unit to EM. Let's give it some margin like this. So let's select this container, and we can give it some border radius by going to border. On this border radius, uncheck this. Let's give here 10. This left to 10 like this. And let's select this one, this container. Go to style. On border, uncheck this. Let's give this one 10. This one to 10 like this, and publish it. So after that, let's select the whole of this container and go to advanced. Go to advanced and uncheck this. Uncheck this and give it a left padding of 100 like this. Everything is looking good. And after that, let's select this container, go to layout. On width, let's change the unit to PS pixels and give it a width of 430 and publish it. So everything is looking good here like this. So let's go back, select this container, go to layout, justify content, click on this center and publish it again. And everything is looking good. So let's go back and start designing. We can give this one a margin. So let's go back and give this one a margin. Select this container, this counter box, go to advanced, uncheck this, give it a unit and give it, now we are going to give it a normal margin, publish it and preview. Okay, and everything is looking good. Okay, you can see everything is looking good now. So we are done with the hero section. So let's go back and start designing the next section. So let's check our reference site and we have to design this 3-column section. So let's go back and design this 3-column section. So back to our working environment, and we are ready to create our next section. So to create our next section, click on this plus button. It will take us to this flex box. Click on this flex box, and let's click on this first column. Okay, so click on it, select this section, go to advanced, and uncheck the padding. Let's give it a bottom padding of 80, and go to layout. On weight, let's give it 1300 like this, and publish it. So after that, let's go to our reference site. We need this background color, so let's select this 2, copy this color, and let's copy the color code from here like this. Back to our working environment, select this section, go to style, on background type select classic, and let's paste the color here, and let's name it by adding it to our color light yellow. Okay, you can name it anything you want. So let's save it. So after that, we have to add a grid inside this section. So let's go to our element panel, look for our grid element, this grid, drag it here like this. We need this 3-column, so let's go back, select the grid. So on the column we need 3, on the row only 1 row that we need, so select, make it 1. So let's select the grid again, let's go to advanced and remove the padding of the grid. Let's go to our element panel, add a container inside that grid, and let's give some padding to that container by going to advanced, and let's give it a padding of 30, like this. Okay, so as you can see, I gave the a background color to the section. Okay, by here only this column that is having that background. So let me go back and remove the background. So let's go, go back and bring this structure. All right, so let's bring this structure and this, select this column, go to style, on color select it, and let's remove it. So select this container rather, go to style, background, select classic, color. We already have our color saved, so let's select the color from here like this. Okay, so you can publish it. So let's add an element to this container. So let's go to our element panel and look for icon element. So let's drag the icon element here. So let's go and select the icon we want by going to the icon library and look for Viking. This, select it like this. On the view, change the view to stack. So let's go to style, and on alignment send it to the left. Primary color, let's change it to our dark red, and the secondary color always make it white. So everything's looking good now. So on the size, the icon size, we can increase the size to 28. So everything is looking good. So here we can add another element by going to our element panel and look for heading. Drag the heading element below. Let's go to our reference site, copy this text back to our working environment and paste it here. So let's go to style and typography. Let's change the typography by going to font family and look for plus Jakarta Sun, and let's increase the font size to 23. So let's bring it back to 23. 600 is okay. So let's change the color to black like this, and let's add another element again, text editor, drag it below this text, and I think it is the same text. I can even copy this text and paste it here. Okay, so I can paste it here, and even also if I want, I can give it a line break, but let me leave it the way it is, right? So from here we are going to duplicate it, but let me style it by going to style typography, change it to popping. On the font size, make it 16 and publish it. And it's having a border here, so let's give it some border radius. So select it, go to border. On border radius, give it a border radius of 10 like this. So after that, let's duplicate it to have 3 pieces and publish it. So from here, let's select this grade, go to advanced. On margin, uncheck this one, change the unit to EM, and let's give it some negative margin. Okay, I think let's give it some negative margin like this. Let's publish it. Good, and everything is looking good. As you can see, we have achieved it very nicely. So here the icon, you can change the icon and put the icon you want. You can change the text and put any text you want. All right, so let's check our reference site. You see, so we have achieved it nicely. So let's come back. We have to create our next section, and this is going to be our next section. So let's go to our working environment and start creating this section. So back to our working environment and ready to create our next section. So to create our next section, click on this plus button. It will take us to this flex box. Click on this flex box, and we need a 1 column container. So let's select this column, select it, go to advanced, and let's give it some, let's uncheck the margin and give it some custom margin. Up, let's give it 20, and the bottom, let's give it 80 like this. Publish it and hide this. But before we are going to hide, let's name this section, and it's going to be, let's write this name here. Okay, so let's name it this. Okay, the chef collection. Okay, so let's save it. It's already saved. All right, so from here, let's go to layout. On layout, let's give it some width of 1300. Publish it. So we can start adding our element. So let's go to our element panel, look for element called heading, drag the heading element here. So let's go to our reference site and copy this text, paste it here like this. So let's go to style, and let's style this by going to typography, change the font family to plus Jakarta Sun, and increase the font size to about 15. Okay, so let's change the font color to our dark red. So let's select the whole of this section, go to layout, and center everything like this. Okay, so we can add another text element by going to our element panel and look for heading again, drag our heading below here. Let's go to our reference site, copy this text and paste it here. Okay, so let's go to style and go to typography. Let's change the font family to plus Jakarta Sun, and increase the font size to about 50. 50 is okay. And let's increase the boldness to bold 700. So from here, let's change the color. Let's change the color to dark color. Okay, so let's check our reference size. You can see that our reference size here is red. So how can we achieve it? So let's go back. We have to add an HTML tag. As I keep saying, we are not writing any code, so just follow the tag that I will be applying to it. So let's go to content. So here, let's add an HTML tag, and that's going to be a span tag. So let's write it span, open it here. So let's come back and close it here. So after that, let's add an attribute, and it's going to be a style attribute equal to, so let's write color is equal to color. So let's write our color code. So how can we get our color code? Let's go to our reference site and take these two, copy the color code from here, and let's go back to our working environment and let's paste our color code. But before, let's add our hashtag and paste the color code like this and save it. Okay, so we are not writing any code. So let's refresh it and see what we did, and we have achieved it. So let's go back to our working environment and let's add another element by going to our element panel and add a container. So let's drag this container below here, select the container, go to advanced, uncheck remove the padding, go to margin, uncheck this and change the unit of the margin to EN, and let's give it some margin of 1, publish it. So from here we can add another element inside this by going to our element panel and look for grid. Let's drag our grid element here, select our grid element, go to advanced, remove the padding. So let's go to layout and let's check our reference size. We need 5 pieces of column. So here on the column, let's write 5 here. On the row, we only need 1 row like this, publish it. So let's go to our element panel and look for container again. So let's drag this container inside the grid. Good. So let's select the container and let's give it some padding by going to advanced, and on padding, let's uncheck this. Let's give it a custom padding. Top, let's give it 30, right 20, bottom 20, left 20, and publish it. So let's select the container again and let's go to style, and on style, on background tab, let's select gradient. So let's come back here on color. On color here, let's select, let's make this one transparent, and here let's select our light yellow like this, and location, let's put in 53% like this. So let's check our reference site. Okay, let me go back. Let make here 0, and here let make here rather light. Okay, like this. Okay, and everything is looking good. So let's go back. So let's add our elements by going to element panel and look for heading. Drag our heading elements here. Copy this text. Let's go back and paste it here. So let's go to style and style this by going to typography. Change the font family to plus Jakarta Sun. And increase the font size to 23. We can type in. And let's change the color to our dark red like this. And everything is looking good. So let's add another element. And that is going to be our heading element again. Drag it below. And let's go to our reference site, copy this, paste it here. And we can style it by going to style, typography, change the font family to popping, increase the font size to about 16. You can type in 16. And the font weight, let's make it normal 400. And change the color to our dark color like this. Everything's looking good. So from here we can add another element by going to our element panel, image element. Let's drag the image element here below, select it and look for our image. This, select, and everything is looking good. Let's publish it. And we have achieved this one very nicely. You can see there's a border radius here. So let's go back, select this container, go to border radius, let's add 10 and publish it. So what we can do, we can just duplicate it by selecting here, duplicate, and duplicate it again. Okay, so we have all the 5 pieces. So let's select this one again, go to style, so here on the angle, let's put it to 0 like this, so it will change direction, you see. So from here you can just drag this to the up, okay, and it will bring all this text to the bottom. So what you do, select it, let's see what image we need. This image, change the image, and this is the image, right? So select it. You can also do the same to the text too. Select this text. So I'm just doing this one and you will do the rest. So select this one, paste it here, go back to the reference site, copy this text too, back here, select the below one and paste it, okay, and publish it. And let's check what we did. As you can see this is down, the direction of this grid has changed. So you do the same thing to the rest of this column, okay. So you can also give it more gap here, you can give it more margin. So let me bring this, and I'll select this container. If you want to add more margin, so you see, give it some more top margin and publish it, and you are going to achieve it nicely. So I have done this second one for you so that you can do all the rest, right? So let's continue to our next section. So if I go back again and I want to change this one, I will just leave it this direction, right? So and go back to images and select this image, publish it. Okay, so this is how you do it. All right, so let's go to our next section, and this is our next section we have to create. So let's go to our working environment and start creating this section. So we are back in our working environment and ready to create our next section. So to create our next section, click on this plus button. It will take us to this flex box. Click on this flex box, and here we need a 2-column section. So click on this 2-column section, and this section is going to be created. So let's hide this and select this. Let's go to advanced and give it some padding, up 80, padding bottom 80, like this. And let's go to layout and give it a width of 1300 and publish it. So after that, go to style. On background type, select classic. On image, choose image, and let's give it some image background. I think this, no, not this one. Yeah, this one. Okay, select it and come below here on position. Select center, repeat, no repeat, display size, cover, select cover and publish it. So here we can select this section here, go to advanced, remove the padding, and we can add another container inside this container. So let's go to our element panel, drag this container here like this. Okay, so let's select it and duplicate it. Duplicate that container. Let's bring this structure and select this. Go to layout. On item direction, let's select this one like this. Okay, now everything is looking good. So from here we can select this container again and remove the padding. Okay, so it's always important if you name your containers. So let's go to advanced and remove this padding. Come back here to remove the padding, or we can even leave the padding. It's not going to change anything. So let's apply some padding, or I can decide to leave it. So here, let's click on this one. Let's click on this container. So we are having two let's click on this container again, and we are going to add a container inside this container. So let's click here, add a container here, and duplicate that container. Duplicate and select it like this. Okay, select it like this. Okay, everything is good. So what I'm going to do, I'll select this first container, and on layout, I'll come to minimum height, and I'll give it a minimum height of 354 like this. And after that, I'll go to style, background type, classic, image, choose image. Then I'll choose an image. Let's see an image, this image. Okay, so let's select this image like this. Okay, so let's come to the second, select this one, go to still on layout, give it a minimum height of 180 like this, and go to style, give it a background color by going to classic color, and let's select this dark color like this. Okay, and everything is looking good. So here, let's select this and go to style. Let's see our reference site, go to style, and on background type, choose classic, image, choose image, and let's look for this image, select it like this. So select this image again, go to style, on position, select center, on repeat, no repeat, display cover, Do the same to this one to select this container. Come below on position, select center, repeat, no repeat, display size, cover like this, and everything is looking good, and we can publish it. So here there's a border radius, so let's select it again. Go to border radius, let's add 10. Select this one too. The second container, go to border radius, let's add 10. Select the below container here, go to border radius 10. Good, and let's publish it. So after that, let's go to our element panel, look for counter, drag the counter element inside this box, select this container, go to layout, let's center this. Okay, so select this counter again, go to style, let's change the font family. So let's go to typography, change the font family to plus Jakarta, and let's increase the font size to 50. You can type in 50. Let's make it bold, 700. And we can change the color to white like this. Good. So let's go back and let's see here, 15 plus. Let's copy this text. Let's go back, select this. So here let's add 15. On the number suffix, let's add plus. And on the title here, let's paste this. Let's go to style. On the title, let's change the title color to white. On the typography, let's change it to popping. So on the font size, let's increase it to 16. You can enter 16 like this and publish it. So let's preview and see what we just did. Okay, and you can see nicely we are having this one nicely. So let's work on the second column here. So let's select this second column, but before, let's select this second column here. Let's select this second column here, but before, let's select this and go to layout and give it some gap of 40 here like this. Publish. So select this column, go to advanced, remove the padding. So let's hide this so we can start adding some element inside this second column. So, but the element that we want to add is going to be the same style like this. So let's copy this with Elementor. You can do copy and paste. So we are going to style it the same thing. So I don't want to style it again the same thing. So just have to copy it and paste it here. And go back, copy this and paste it here too, like this. So let's go to our reference site and change this. Let's go back, copy and paste it here like this. Okay, and this is all cap. So let me go back, go to style, go to typography, and on transform, let's make it uppercase. So let me go back here, the same thing apply to this one. Go to transform, select uppercase, publish it. So let me go back to reference site. Let's copy this text from here back to our working environment. Select this text. So here we can paste it. Okay, let's paste it. I don't want to write the HTML code again. So what I'm going to do, I'll go back here and I'll rather copy the dark one Okay, so as I've already done it, so I'll come back here and paste it at the back here. So just follow the same procedure. Okay, so copy this red text too, back to our working environment, and here on collection, paste it there. Good, and you see everything's looking good. So let's publish it and preview what we just did. So this is what we are having. So let's check our reference site. We have to add this element. So let's go back. So back to our working environment. Again, we are in our working environment. Let's click on our element panel and look for text editor. Text editor. Copy the text editor here. Okay. So let's go to our reference site. Copy this text from here. Back to our working environment and paste it here. Like this. So let's go to code. We can add some line break here. Just an HTML tag. Okay. Line break here, and also down here too we can add another line break here. So it's going to be below here, I think this one. Like this, and publish it. And let's go to style, typography, change the typography, the font family to popping, increase the font size to 16. You can enter 16 and everything is looking good. Refresh and publish it. Let's see what we have achieved very nicely. So let's go back. So here we can add another element by going to our element panel and drag a container inside here. Drag a container below here. Okay, so select the container, go to advanced, remove the padding and give it a custom padding of up 20. And after that, let's go to the style and give it a top border by going to border. On border tab, let's select solid, and on top let's write 1, but before let's uncheck this one. Okay, so let's make it 1 here. Border color, let's make it light, move it a little bit here like this, publish it. So after that, let's add another container inside this by going to our element panel, drag this container here like this, duplicate this container. Okay, so click on it, go to advanced, remove the padding, click on this one too, go to advanced, remove the padding, and everything is looking good. Everything is looking good. So let's select this first container, this container here. Okay, and let's add another container inside this, but we are going to add a grid. So let's go to our element panel and look for grid, drag our grid here, and let's give it 2 column grid and 1 row like this. So let's remove the padding of the grid and let's add a container inside the grid by going to our element panel, drag it, this container here. Good. So let's select the container again, go to advanced, remove the padding, and we can add another element inside this container by going to our element panel and look for icon, drag the icon element inside this container, and on view select stack like this. Let's go to style. On style, let's change the color to our primary color, that is our dark red color. Secondary color is going to be white. And let's bring the icon to the left like this. And the icon size, let's increase it to 28. And the padding of the icon, let's increase it to 15 like this, and everything is looking good. So let's check. Okay, this, so we have to add another text element by going to our element panel and look for heading. Drag the heading in the same container. So let's go to our reference site, copy this text back here in our working environment and paste that text here. So let's style this too by going to style, typography, change the font family to plus Jakarta, and increase the font size to 23. You can type in 23. So we can change the color to black, our dark color. And here we can add another element again. That is going to be text editor. Text editor, add it. Copy this text from here like this. Let's paste it here. And we can even add a line break. And go to style. On typography, change the font family to Poppin. On the font size, let's increase it to 16. You can type in 16. And let's publish it. So after that, let's select this container and duplicate it. Okay, and we have two of these. So we can change the icon of this one by going to icon library and look for beggar like this. Okay, so everything is looking good. Let's publish it. You can see. So this is what we just did. Okay, so this is what we just did, and this is the border we added. You can see it from here. So we have to work on the other container below here. So let's go to our working environment and this container I'm talking about. So let's add a button. We already have this button here, so we don't have to create it again. With Elementor, you can do copy and paste. So let's copy it and paste it here. So paste it here, okay, like this. So let's go back and write order now. Select on text, write order now. Like this, publish it. And let's add an image rate. So let's select it. Let's select this column and add image by going to our element panel and look for image. Drag the image here like this. Select it. So let's choose our image, and that is going to be, I think this one is okay. Select this image like this. Full. Let me select this container, and also let's go back and add another element, and that is going to be counter element. Let me check. It's going to be our counter element. So drag this counter element in the same container again. Select it. Go to layout, on item direction, click on this one. So select this counter. So let's go to counter, and on ending number, let's write here 200, and on number surface is going to be 200k. Then let's add a plus to it like this. And also on the title, let's paste this text from here. So let's go to style. On style, on title, let's click on this. On number, also click on this like this. And come back here. Let's change the color to black. On typography, let's change the typography to plus Jakarta Sun. And increase the font size to 23. Let's go to title. Let's change the typography to popping and increase the font size to 16. And everything is looking good. So everything is looking good here, right? So let's come select this image, go to style. On border here, on border radius, select make it 100%. On border, let's select solid. Let's make it 3 for the border. Let's give it a border of 3, and let's change the color to our dark color like this. Okay, so let's go to advanced. Let's go to advanced, and on weight, let's select custom. Here we can make it 12 like this. Okay, so here we can duplicate this image, duplicate it, and duplicate this. Select this image, go to advanced, change the unit to EM, uncheck this, and let's give it some margin, -3. So copy this style, select the second one, apply style, paste style, okay, like this. So from here you can select this image, go to content and change the image to this one. You can change the image the way you want it. Change this image to this one, okay, like this, and publish it. And let's see what we did. And as you can see, we have achieved this section very nicely. All right, so let's go to our reference site and see what we have to do next. So this is our next section we have to create. So this is the section that we have to create. So let's go back to our working environment and start creating this section. So we are back in our working environment and ready to create our next section. So to create our next section, click on this plus button. It's going to take us to this flex box. Click on this flex box, and here we are going to need a, let's see, we are going to need a 1 column section. So click on this 1 column section, and our section is being created. So select this section, go to advanced, let's give it some padding, uncheck this padding, let's give it top padding of 80, bottom padding of 80, and let's go to layout, give it a width of 1300, publish it. So after that, we are going to add a container inside this. So let's go to our element panel, drag this container here, and select this container, go to advanced, remove the padding, and select the container again and duplicate it. Good. So after finishing duplicating it, select the first one again, go to layout, select a container from here, drag it inside the first container, and let's duplicate that container again. Okay, so let's bring this structure here. Let's bring this structure like this. Select this container, go to layout, and click on this, on item direction, click on this first arrow like this. Okay, and let's publish it. Good. So let's select this first container, go to advanced, uncheck this padding, select this second container here, go to advanced, uncheck the padding here, so we can start adding an element inside this container. So let's go back. The element that we want to add, we already have it, so we need this text. So select this text from here, copy it, paste it here like this. Okay, so let's go back again, copy this text too, come back below, select this one and paste it here. So let's go to our reference site. We need to select this text from here, copy it back to our working environment, and let's paste it here. Paste it. So let's go back. Let's select this red text from here, back, and paste it here inside here. Okay, like this. Publish it. And let's select this, back, select this text and paste this one here like this, and publish it. And we have to finish this second container too. So let's go back to our reference site. We have this text here. We can copy this text, and back here we can paste it here. So back to our reference site, let's copy this text, back to our working environment again, paste it here like this. So let's go to style, and on alignment select end like this. So let's copy this button from here and paste the button here like this. Select this container, go to layout and align items, click on end like this, and let's select this again, this container here, this icon button here. So let's go to advanced. Let's check something here. Okay, I think this one is okay. I wanted to give you some margin, but I think it looks good. So we are going to leave it like that. So I'll just publish it. So let's see, let's see more. So select this button, go to layout, see more, publish it. So we have to design this second container here. So let's go back, let's select this second container. So we are going to add another element by going to our element panel and look for grid. Drag our grid here, go to advanced, remove the padding of the grid, go to layout. We need, let's see what we need 2 columns and 3 rows. So here we are going to make it 2 columns and 3 rows here like this. Okay, so after that, let's go to our element panel and add another element inside this grid by dragging the container element. Select the container element. So let's go to advanced and let's give it some padding of 30. And let's go to style. On background type, select classic. And on color, let's choose our light yellow color. This, publish it. So from here, what we are going to do again is to add a container inside this container. So let's go to our element panel. Let's drag this container here and duplicate this like this. Select this container, go to layout. On item direction, click on this one. Select this container, go to advanced, remove the padding, go to layout. On weight, let's give it 30% like this. Select this container, go to advanced, remove the padding, and go to layout. On width, let's give it 70% like this, and publish it. So from here, let's select this container, and let's go to style, background type, select classic, image. Let's choose an image. So let's select this beggar image, this one, select it. Good. So on position, select center. On repeat, no repeat. Display cover like this, and everything is looking good here. So what we are going to do, we are going to add element to this one. So let's add element to this container. So let's see, we have to add this element. So let's go and add a text element by looking for our heading element. Drag the heading element here. Let's go back, select this, paste the text here. So let's go to style, let's go to typography, change it to plus Jakarta San, and increase it to 23. Let's change the color to our dark color, black, like this, and everything is looking good. So let's go back. Okay, we have to add this text as well. So let's go back and add another text by going to our element panel and look for heading again. Drag the heading here below. Let's copy this text. Paste it here. Let's go to style. On typography, change the font family to Poppin. And on the font size, increase it to 16. So, okay, let me come back here. Let's copy this again. Back here. Let's paste this one here like this. Okay, so let's go back on the style again. Let's go to typography, change the weight to 400 like this, and we can even add some line height. Let's change the unit to EM. I think this is okay. And change the color to black. I can make it lighter like this, and publish it. Select it again, and I can add, let's add some margin. Uncheck this margin, EM. Let's give it negative. Publish it. Let's add this rating too by going to our element panel again. Look for rating. Drag the rating here. And let's go to style. Increase the size to 14. Give it a little bit of space. And change the color to our dark red color. We can give it some padding. Uncheck this. Let's give it some padding. 10 is okay. So let's go back and add another element. Heading element again. Drag it below like this. Let's go back, copy this text from here. Paste it. So we can style this by going to style and go to typography, change the font family to plus Jakarta, and increase the font size to 15 like this. So from here we can change the color to black, and this one is red, so let's make it red by adding an HTML tag. So let's select it, go here and here, let's add an HTML tag. Just write it the way I am writing it. We are not coding anything here, just adding an HTML tag. So let me add a style here. So let's copy the color code. Add our hashtag before pasting the color code like this and publish it. So from here, let's add some padding. So let's add some padding. Okay, so now let me add some margin. So let's uncheck this margin. Add a little bit of margin. I think 5 is okay. 5 is okay. So let's publish it. Okay, so let's select this container and go to style. On style, let's go to border. Click on border. On border radius, uncheck this. Top border, let's make it 80. And the right 10. Bottom 80. Left 10. Like this. Publish it. And from here we can duplicate to have the pieces we want. Okay, so let's duplicate it by clicking on this. Duplicate this and duplicate this again. Duplicate it again. Click on here again. Duplicate. Duplicate. And one more. Duplicate again. And you have the number of pieces you need. So let's publish and refresh it and see what we just did. It's loading. So let's wait. Okay, so everything is looking good. So let's check our reference site again, and you can see we have achieved it. So we can give it a gap here. So let's go back, select this container, sorry, so let's select this, go to advanced, uncheck this margin, give it an EM, and let's give it some margin and preview. So as you can see, we are having enough gap here. The same thing, if you want to increase the space from here, you can increase all the space. Okay, if you want to change everything, you can change it. You can change the images. So assuming you want to change any image, so select this image. I'm not going to do that. Okay, I'm just going to do one, and you will do all the rest. You can change everything, the prices, the way you want. So let's see. This one, we need this. So let's click on this one. First, let me check something here. Cover. Let's go to advanced, and on advanced, on position, on advanced, let's see. Now let's select this. Okay, select this. Okay, I added the image to the background, but let's remove the image rather to the background, from the background. Okay, and add an image inside. Add an image element to this, then choose the image like this. Okay, so it's looking good. All right, so you can do the same thing to everything. You see, you can do the same to all of it. So let's publish it. Okay, so you can change it. So let's select this. You can select this. Okay, so remove, go to style, delete this, and add an image element. Choose your image like this. Okay, and publish it, right? Okay, so first I added the image to the background of this container, but I changed it. Okay, so you have to add an image element and choose your image. So I did this one the same thing, so you can change the rest. So we are done with this section. Okay, so let's go to our reference site and see our next section, and this is our next section. So let's go to our working environment and start designing this section right now. We are back in our working environment and ready to create our next section. So to create our next section, click on this plus button. It will take us to this flex box. Click on this flex box and click on this 2-column container. So let's click on it and our section is being created. So select it, go to advanced, remove the padding. Let's go to layout, and on width, let's add a width of 1300. Publish it. Select this container here. Okay, go to advanced, remove the padding like this, and let's give it a custom padding of this. So let's give a custom padding of up 80, right 50, bottom 80, left 50, like this. Click on this one, go to advanced, uncheck this padding, give it a top padding of 80, right 50, bottom 80, left 50, and publish it like this. Good. So let's select this container here, go to style, on background type, click on classic, on image, choose image. So we are going to choose a background image for this. So let's go to our media, let's look for our background image. So let's see. Okay, let me check our reference site. Okay, so this one, I think this is an image. Let me see if there's no other image like that. Okay, that's the only image, so let's select it. Okay, so here come below, on position, select center, on repeat, select no repeat, display size, cover, like this. So after that, select this first column, go to layout, on background type, select classic, On color, choose white like this, and let's make it a little bit transparent. Good. So let's select this one too and go to style. On background tab, select classic. Color, let's choose our white color again. This one like this, and this one let's make it more transparent. More transparent like this. And let's publish it. And let's check. Okay, and everything is looking good. So we can start adding our elements. So let's add our text element. The text that we want to add, we already have it. So we don't have to create it again. So let's copy from here. Copy this text. Come back here and paste it. Let's go back. Copy this one too. Come back here and paste it below here. Okay, so after that, let's select this. Go to layout and justify content center, align item center like this. So let's select this item, go to style, center it like this. Okay, so we can copy this text from here, back, select our first text, paste it here, back to our reference site, copy this text, back to our working environment. Let's select this dark text, and paste it here. So let's go back and copy this text back to our working environment again, and here let's paste it. Let's clear this and paste it here like this, and we can even add a line break on this. So we can add a line break to this one. Okay, like this, and publish it, and everything is looking good. So after that, we can add another element, text editor. Let's drag a text editor here, back to our working environment, our reference site, copy this text, paste it here in our working environment, and let's go here, let's break this text from here, and go to style, center this, publish it, back to our reference site. So we have to create this. So let's go back to our working environment. Let's copy this button, paste the button here. Okay, so let's write book now. Book now, publish it. Let's add a container inside this. So let's go to our element panel, drag this container below here like this, select it, go to advanced, remove the padding, and we are going to add another container inside this. Let's go to our element panel again, drag another container inside this container. So let's select it, let's select this, duplicate this container. So let's select this container from the structure, go to layout, on item direction, click on this. Good, select this container, go to advanced, remove the padding, select this one to go to advanced, remove the padding, and let's add a text element by going to our element panel, look for heading, drag the heading here, and it's going to be hours. Let's copy it, paste it here, and let's go to style, go to typography, change the font family. Let's change the font family to plus Jakarta Sun, and let's increase the font size to 23. You can type in, and let's change the color to our dark color, black. Good. So from here, let's add another element, and that is going to be divider. Drag the divider below like this, and let's, on the width of the divider, let's make it 70%. Good. And let's center this. Go to style. On the gaps, let's remove the gap. The color, let's make it light. Let's make it light like this, and publish it. This text too, we can center this text. So click on this. Okay, let's click on it. Click on this one rather, and center this. So let's add another element by going to our element panel and look for icon list. Drag it below the divider like this. So let's delete this, and leave one back here, and copy this text from here. Let's go back to our working environment and paste it here. Okay, like this. So from here, let's go to style, and let's style this. Sorry. By going to text, typography. On here, let's change it to popping, the font family. Increase the font size to 16 like this. Okay, so it's looking good. So from here we can duplicate it. So let's duplicate, but before, let me remove the icon from this one. Okay, so let's duplicate this. We need 3 pieces, so duplicate it, and let's go to style. On icon, I'm going to add icon to the second one, so I can give it an icon size here. So let's make it 18. Okay, and the icon size color is going to be our dark red. Okay, so the gap, you don't want to give it a gap, so let's go here, and space between, let's make it 15. Okay, so everything is looking good. So we can change the color and make it a little bit darker. So let's check this. Okay, a little bit darker is okay. So from here we can just duplicate this. Okay, and delete this one like this. Good. And let's change this to this text, contact, like this. And here too, you can change you can add an icon. So let's add an icon like envelope. Let me give this one. Okay, so you can add an icon. So let's delete this, and duplicate this one. Okay, so you can change the icon the way you want it, right? and put your icon, the one you want. So I'm not going to change the icon. I just want to show you how to do it so that you can put your preference icon and rating as well. So let's publish this, and everything is looking good here, right? So from here, let's come to our second container. So we can do the same thing here. So let's copy this. Let's copy this one and paste it here, and copy this one too and paste it here, right? So let's go to our reference site, copy this text from here back to our working environment. Let's select it and paste it in our working environment. Let's copy this text back to our working environment. Select this text again. Let's paste it here in our working environment. Back to our working environment. Copy this text from here. We are this is our reference site rather. So this is our working environment. So let's paste it here and paste it like this. Publish it. So we have to add a container. So let's go here back to our working environment, but let's center this. Okay, so we can center this text. Click on this text, go to style and center this one like this, right? So let's publish it, and let's add a container. Drag this container inside below, select it, go to advanced, and let's give it some padding of 50. Good. Let's go to style. Let's give it a background color of white, and let's go to border. Give it a border radius of 10. Publish it. So after that, let's add another element, and that's going to be our form elements. So let's go to our element panel and search for form. Drag it here, form. So what we need, the name, we are going to delete. We are going to delete this one, and delete this one. Just leave this one. The text, we are going to leave it on text, and right select person. So let's off the label and placeholder. Let's paste it there. Select person, publish it. Second one, date and time. So let's add item on the type. Let's select date, and it's going to be D dot. Let's add some couple of dots, then 3Y like this. We are going to add the same thing to the label, to the placeholder, and publish it. Let's add another item, and that is going to be time. And let's add it to 12:00 p.m. Like this. Copy it, paste it at the placeholder again, and publish it. So from here on the input, let's change it to large like this. Good. So let's go back on bottom to on the bottom. We are going to make the bottom medium. and 50% here like this. Okay, so from here let's go to style and start styling this. So let's go back to content here. On the bottom, let's write booked table, book a table, book a table, okay, so let's publish this, and back to style. Let's go to style and start styling this. So on the column gap, let's make it 11. On the row gap too, we can make it 20. Okay, and publish this one. So let's go to the field. On the field typography, let's change it to popping 16, the font size, and the color, let's make it a little bit darker. It's okay, or let's make it a little bit whiter. We are going to give it a background color. So on the field background color, select it, and let's give our light yellow color like this. So from here on the border width, let's give it 0. Okay, border width, let's make it 0 like this, and everything is looking perfect. So let's go to the bottom. On the bottom color, let's change the bottom color to our dark red color. Let's come below. The border radius, let's make it 0. Okay, border radius, let's make it 100. Right, like this. And we are not going to give it any padding. So the typography, let's leave it the way it is. I think everything is looking good. Okay, but I can still change the typography by coming to the typography here and change it to plus Jakarta, and increase the font size to 17. You can enter 17. Okay, and give it a width of 600. Publish it, and let's preview what we did. And I think everything is looking perfect, and you can see everything is looking perfect. So we can just give it some gap here. Below here, you can give it some gap. Okay, so let's select this container, go to advanced, and let's give it some little gap, and check this. Let's give it some little gap of 10. Publish it. So you can do anything you want. You can add enough gap if you want, depending on how you want it, right? So I think for me it is okay. So we are done with this section, as you can see. So we are done with this section. Everything look perfectly. So let's go back to our reference site. Okay, this have a hover here. So let's go back and give it a hover on. Let's go to style. Let's go to bottom, and on hover, let's give it a background color of black. Yes, like this, and everything is looking good. So everything is looking good. So right now, let's check again. Everything is looking good. So right now we have to create our next section, and this is going to be our next section. So let's go to our working environment and start creating this section right now. We are in our working environment right now and ready to create our next section. So click on this plus button, click on this flex box, and click on this one column container. So our section is being created. Select the section here, go to advanced, uncheck the padding. Let's give it a custom padding of up 80, bottom 80, and let's go to layout and give it a width of 1300. Publish it. Okay, so let's start adding our elements, right? So let's go back and add a container element by dragging this container here like this. Select it, go to advanced, remove the padding, and let's add another container inside this by going to an element panel again, drag the container here and duplicate it. Okay, so let's select this one, let's bring this structure, select this container here, go to layout, on item direction select this. Everything is looking good. Let's publish it. So we have to add this text element, so let's go back, select this container, but before doing that, let's go back here. Okay, let's select this container rather, okay, and duplicate it. All right, so after that, let's select the first container, go to advanced, uncheck the padding, select this one too, go to advanced, uncheck the padding, and let's add our element by going up and copy this text element. We already have this text, we have formatted it nicely, so we don't have to create and format it again. So let's paste it here. Okay, so let's go back, copy this text again, back below here, and paste it like this. Okay, so this container, let's name this big container gallery. Let's name it gallery like this. So after that, let's go to our reference site, select this text, our gallery, back to our working environment, change the text by pasting the one we just copied back here. Let's select this too, back to our working environment, select this text, let's select this one from here, copy it and paste it. So let's go back, copy this gallery too, let's paste it here, paste it here. Okay, publish it. So let's go up again. We have to copy this text too from here, copy this text, let's come below, select this container, let's go to layout, on alignment item, let's click on end, then paste this text here, paste it like this. Let's go back to the up, copy the bottom from here too, and paste the bottom to here like this, and everything is looking good. So let's publish it, and here see more. So what we can do, let's come to the second container, and we already have two columns here, so we are going to duplicate the column again. But before that, let me select this container and delete this one. Okay, so I'll delete this one and rather copy this, duplicate this one, Okay, the same thing. Let me go back, bring this structure here. Okay, select this container and change the direction like this. Good. So hide the structure back, select the first container and add another container inside that, but let's remove the padding and check the padding. The padding is already gone. This column, select it, remove the padding, select this one too, remove the padding. So let's add a container inside this by going to our element panel, drag this container here, select this, okay. So let's bring this structure like this. Let's bring this structure like this and select this container, go to layout, on item direction, click on this first one, select this container, duplicate it, okay, and duplicate it again. Okay, let's publish it. Good, let's add this, and here we have 3 of this container. So what we are going to do, let's select the first container, go to layout, on the width let's change the unit to pixels, and we are going to give it a width of 373 like this, and a minimum height of 347. Okay, so from there we can also add image to it, but let's select this one too and go to layout, change the unit to pixels and give it a width of 495 and select this two, the same thing. Let's give it, change the unit to pixels and give it a width of 373 like this and publish it. Select this container, go to style, and on background type select classic, image, choose image. So let's see, we need this image, so let's look for that image, and I think this is the image. Okay, this image. So let's go to position, center, repeat, no repeat, cover, display size, cover. So select this one too. Okay, and we need this image. So let's go to style, background type classic, on image choose image, and let's look for this image. On position, select center, repeat, no repeat, display size, cover like this, and let's select the third one too and go to style, on background type select classic, image choose image, and we need this image. So let's select this one on this. Okay, and this is the image. This is the no, let's select, let's check this one too. I think this image rather, right? So let's select this image, position, center, repeat, no repeat, display size, cover. Okay, so let's publish it and preview what we just did. So okay, and this is what we are having. So let's check our reference site. It's having a border radius and this button as well. So let's go back and do that. So here we can select this column and go to advanced, and we can give it a padding of 20, like this. So from in here we can add a button to it by going to our element panel and look for button, drag the button inside, select this. Okay, so here we can start styling it. So on the text, let's put this text, copy this text like this. Okay, so let's go to the style. On typography, click on typography, font family, change it to plus Jakarta Sun, and increase the font size to 23. The boldness, make it 600. Everything is looking good here. So here what we can do, let's go below. On the border regions, let's remove the border regions. On the color, let's change the color to this dark red color. And on the padding, let's give it a padding of 9, like this. Everything is looking good. So what I will do, let's go to our element panel. Let's drag a container inside below here like this. Select the container, go to advanced, remove the padding, then drag the bottom inside the container like this. Good. So after that, duplicate the bottom here, duplicate it like this, and select that container. Go to layout, remove the gap. Good. So select the second bottom, go to style, change the color to white like this, and the text to black. Good. So after that, let's change the rating by going to content, write fast food. Fast food like this. Let's go to style and also change the typography. Let's change the typography. We are going to maintain the typography. Let's change the font size to 17 and publish it. So after that, let's select this big column container here. Let's go to layout, and on justify content, click on end here like this, and it's going to bring it to the bottom here. So let's copy this, come back here and paste it like this, and let's select this container, go to layout, on justify content, select this. I will do the same thing too, copy it, paste it here like this, select the container here, go to layout, on justify content, click on this, select the container here again, go to advanced, give it a padding of 20, select this one too, give it a padding of 20 by going to advanced and publish this. Good. So let's come back to the second container and add another container inside this, duplicate it. So let's bring our structure, select this container, go to layout, on item direction, let's click on this. So first, let's select this first container and give it an image, this image, by going to style, background type classic, image, choose image, Let me check again. Okay, this image. I think this one, yes. Select it. So here, go below on position, click on center, repeat, no repeat, cover, display size, cover, and let's select the container again, go to layout, and still let's give it a minimum height of 347 like this, and give it a border by going to style. Let's give it a border of 10 like this. I am supposed to give all the up one to border, but you can still do that. Okay, so let me do the first one by going to style, click on border, and give it a border of 10. You can do the same to this one too. Go to style, border, and give it a border of 10, border radius, right? Select this one too, give it a border radius of 10 by going to border and border radius of 10 like this. So let's select this one too and go to style, classic, on background tag classic, image, choose image, and let's choose this image. Okay, on position, right, center, select center, repeat, no repeat. On display size, auto cover, on display size cover. So let's go back to border and add some border radius 10. So after that, let's copy this container from here and paste it inside this container below. So let's select the top container, the big one. Go to layout, on justify content, click on end, go to advanced, and give it some padding of 20. The same to this one, go to advanced, give it some padding of 20, and paste this container here. So select this container, the big one, go to layout, on justify content, click on end, and publish it. And let's preview and see what we did. So let's preview, it is loading. So let's preview and see what we just did right now. Okay, and everything is looking good. So here we can give it some gaps, some margin, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, so you can do it if you want, so I'm not going to do that. So let's go to our reference site, and our next section is going to be this. So let's go back and create it right now. So back to our working environment, and we are ready to create our next section. So to create our next section, click on this plus button. It will take us to this flex box. Click on this flex box again and click on this one column section. So select this section, go to advanced, and uncheck this padding. Give it a top padding of 30, bottom padding of 30 like that, and publish it. Okay, so from here, let's add a grade to it. So let's add a grade, another element called grade. Drag the grade here. So let's see how many columns do we need. We need 4 columns. So here on column, write 4. On row, make it 1 row. We only need 1 row. So select it, go to advanced, remove the padding of the grade like this. So let's select this, the whole of this section, and let's go to style and give it a background color by going to background type, classic, select our dark red like this. So let's add another element inside this grid by going to the element panel and look for container, and this container, let's drag this container inside and let's remove the padding of the container. Good. So here we can start adding our elements. So let's select this container, click on layout, justify content center, alignment item center. So let's add an icon to it. So let's look for icon, drag the icon here. So select it. Let's change the icon by going to the icon library and look for award. So select the award. Okay, like this. So on view, let's select stack. So let's go to style. On primary color, let's change it to white. And secondary color, let's choose our dark color, this. So on icon size, let's make it 35 like this, and everything is looking good. So let's add another element by going to the element panel and look for counter. Drag the counter below. So on the ending number, let's put in 15. And let's copy this text. Go back to our working environment. On the title, let's paste it here. And go to style. Let's go to number, typography. Let's change the typography, the font family to plus Jakarta Sun, and increase the font size to 50. You can enter 50 and make it bold 700. And let's change the color to white. So on the title, let's change the title color, the title font by going to the font family, change it to popping, increase the font size to 16, and give it a color of white, and everything is looking good. So what we are going to do, let's bring this structure. Let's select and bring this structure, select this grid, and let's go to layout. Let's remove the gap and select this again. Let's go to style. On border, select it, border type, select solid. So uncheck this border width, and we want to give it a border, but first let me duplicate it. Let me hide this, let me duplicate it, duplicate this, and duplicate it again until we have the 4 pieces we want. Duplicate it again. Good. So from here, let's add a border to this and this and this. So let's select this first one, go to border. So on solid, we want border at the right here. So let's make it one here and give it a light color. Light color. Good. So copy this, paste style on this, paste style on this one too, and publish it. So we are going to check and see what we just did right now. Okay, and this is what we are having. So let's go back, select this, go to layout, give it a width of 1300, publish it again, and let's check what we just did. And as you can see, everything is looking good. So you can change the icon, you can change the text the way you want. I'm not going to do that, right? So check the reference side, you can change it, everything, and put any icon you want. So let's go to our next section and create this section. So back to our working environment, and we are ready to create our next section. To create our next section, click on this plus button, click on this flex box, and let's see, we need a 1-column container. So let's select this first column, select this section, go to advanced, remove the padding. Let's give it a custom padding of 80 at the up, 80 at the bottom. Okay, like this. Publish it. Let's go to layout. On width, let's add a width of 1300, like this, and we can start adding our elements. So let's add our text element. So let's go up. We have this text already here. Okay, we have this text, so let's copy this text back below here, paste it. Let's go up again. Let's copy this text and paste it here. So let's go to our reference site, copy this, back to our working environment, select this text and paste it. So let's go back, select this dark text first and go back to our working environment. Select this one. You don't want to type this again, that's why we are doing copy and paste. So paste it here. Back, copy this text, the red one, back to our working environment, and let's clean this and paste it here like this and publish it. Everything is looking good. So from here we can select this section, go to layout, on item direction, we can click on center, alignment item center to center everything like this. So let's go back. So we have to create another container. So let's add a container inside this by going to our element panel and drag this container here below. Select the container, go to advanced, remove the padding, and we can give it some margin. So let's change the unit of this margin and check it. All right, so let's give it some little bit of margin, publish it, and add another element inside that container by going to the element panel and look for grid. So let's drag this grid element, and we need 4 columns and 1 row like this. So select the grid, go to advanced, remove the padding of the grid, publish it. Let's check our reference site. Okay, so let's go back and add another element inside this grid by going to the element panel and drag a container inside. Okay, like this, and everything is looking good. So let's go to advanced and let's add a padding 20 to this. Select it, go to style, on background type classic, select classic. Let's select an image. Let's see which image we need. This image. So yes, this image, select this image. Come below on position, select center, repeat, no repeat, display size, cover, like this, and everything is looking good. So let's go back to layout and give it a minimum height of 350, and go to style, go to border and add a border radius of 10. So after that, let's go to our element panel and drag a container inside here, and let's duplicate that container into 2 like this. So let's remove the padding of this, and let's remove the padding of this container also, or we can leave the padding of this container and select this container, go to style and make this container white like this, and also go to border and give it a border radius of 10. Good. And let's select the first container, go to our element panel and look for icon element. Select our icon element, drag it in the first container. So select this, let's select this container, go to layout. On layout, let's come to align item. Let's align it to the left end, to the right. So select it again, and let's change our icon by going to the icon library and look for Facebook, this one, and on view, let's put it on stack like this. Okay, so let's go back to style. Let's go back to style. On icon size, let's give it an icon size of 18. You can make it, let's make it 19, and change the color to our dark red color, and everything is looking good. So our secondary color, we can make it white like this. So what we can do here is just duplicate it and change this icon to Twitter X, and duplicate this icon again like this, and change the icon to Instagram. Select it, and let's select that container, go to layout and give it a gap. Let's reduce the gap to 3 like this. So let's select this big container, let's go to layout, and on space between, click on this space between like this. So let's go back to our reference site, select this, and let's go to advanced and give it a padding. So let's uncheck this, give it a top padding of 30, right padding of 20, bottom padding of 30, and left padding of 20. Good, like this. And let's add an element, and that's going to be our text element, heading element. Drag it inside. So let's copy this text from here. Okay, and back. So let's paste it. Go to style, go to typography, change the font family to plus Jakarta, and let's increase the font size to about 23. You can enter inside in 23 and leave it to 600. Let's change the color to black like this. So let's add another element, the same text element, drag it in the same container below. Let's go back and copy this text from here back to our working environment and paste it. So let's go to style, let's go to typography, change the font family to Poppin, and increase the size to 60, and the weight, make it 400, and let's change the color to our dark red like this, and everything's looking good. Publish it. So what we can do is just duplicate this duplicate it. Let's duplicate it again. And duplicate this one again. Okay. So as you can see, we have achieved it nicely. So let's publish and see what we just did. It is loading, so let's wait. Okay. So we've duplicated it and achieved everything nicely. I just want us to preview and see what we just did, but it's still loading. So I'm not going to change the image. No, I'm not changing the image, as you know how to do it. So you can just change the image and the name the way you want it. So let's check our preview and see. Okay, so we have achieved it nicely. So you can change the images, change the name, change the icon the way you want it. So we are done with this section. So let's see our reference site. And this one, sorry, it is having a background color of our light yellow. So let's go back and give it a background color by going to style. On background, let's select classic, select this and give it a background color like this and publish it. Okay, so you can see it is having a background now, and we have achieved it very nicely. So let's go to our reference site. So you can change the images and put any name you want. So let's come below, and this is our next section. So let's go to our working environment and design this section. So back to our working environment, and we are ready to create our next section. So to create our next section, click on this plus button, and it is going to take us to this flex box. Click on this flex box and click on this 2-column section. So our section is created. Select it, go to advanced, remove the padding, and let's add a custom padding of top 80, bottom 80, and select it. Go to layout, give it a width of 1300, publish it. So after that, let's go to style and background type, select classic, image, choose image. Let's give it a background image. So we are going to give it a background image, this image. Select this. Okay, so on position, select center. I don't know, yeah. So position, select center. Repeat, no repeat. Display size, cover, and everything's looking good here. So let's go back. Let's go back to style. On background overlay, click on it, and background type, select. Let's select a dark color, and let's increase the opacity. Okay, so okay, the opacity is okay. So let's select this container, go to advanced, remove the padding, select this one too, go to advanced, remove the padding, select the whole of this section, go to layout, let's give it some gap of 40 and publish it. So let's add an element. So let's go up, select this element, this text element, paste it here like this, and go back, copy this text from our reference site back to our working environment and paste it here. Okay, so after that, let's style it. Let's change the color and make it white. Good. So let's go back and copy this text to come here below and paste it. So let's go to our reference site, copy this white text, back to our working environment and paste it here. Okay, let's go to style, change the color to white. So let's go back to our reference site, copy this text. Back to our working environment. Copy this text and paste it here like this, and everything is looking good. So let's go back and copy this button, come below, paste this button below here. Okay, so let's check. We need to add another text element. So let's go back, copy this text and paste it here. Okay, so let's go back to our reference site, copy this text from here, let's paste it. I can delete this one and even add another text element heading below here. So let's style it by going to style, typography, change it to popping. Increase the font size to 16. Change the color to white. Good. And everything is looking good. So let me go back to typography, change the weight to 400. So let's go back, select this button, then let's type in here, get offer. So let's publish it. So let's check our reference site. So we have to add this button element to the second container. So let's select this column. Let's select this column. Let's go to style. So let's go to border and give it a border radius of 10. And let's give it a border type solid. And let's give it 1 border width and give it a light color, just a little lighter. Publish it. So let's go up. We are having an icon up here that I want to copy. This icon. So let's copy this icon. So let's bring this icon here and paste it inside. Select this icon, go to style, let's bring it to the left. Good. So it's going to be, let's change the icon by going to content, icon library, look for play. So let's select this icon like this. Let's go to style, on hover, let's add some animation of pop. Okay, like this. So after that, let's go here to our element panel and look for progress bar, another element. Drag the progress bar below here. So on the scale, let's see, we are going to write beggar. Good. On the progress bar, let's make it 40, on the percentage 40. And the inner text, let's remove the inner text. So let's go to style. On the height, let's give it a height of 1313. And the color, let's change the color to our dark red. That's going to be a text color. The text color has to be white. So let's make it white. Typography. Let's change the typography to plus Jakarta and increase the font size to 17. Enter 17. The boldness, let's make it semi-bold. Okay, so the progress color, let's give it dark red like this. So from here we can duplicate it. So let's duplicate this, duplicate it again. So we have 3. Okay, so let's select this column, go to advanced, and let's add some padding. And add some padding of 30. Okay, and publish it. And let's preview and see what we just did. So let's preview. Good. And we have achieved it nicely. So you can change the percentage, you can change everything the way you want it. So we have created this section. So let's go to our reference site. You can see we've done it perfectly. So let's go below, and this is our next section. So let's go to our working environment and create our next section. So back to our working environment, and we are ready to create our next section. So to create our next section, click on this plus button, and it's going to take us to this flex box. Click on this flex box, and we are going to create this 2-column section. Let's create this 2-column section. Okay, select this. Let's check our reference site. All right, so let's go back, select it, go to layout, give it a width of 1300, publish it, and let's go to advanced, give it a custom padding by removing this padding, a top padding of 80, bottom padding of 80, publish it, select this container, go to advanced, and we can remove the padding of that container. So let's select this one too, go to advanced, remove the padding, and we can duplicate it, right? Let's duplicate it. Okay, so let's select it, go to layout, and give it 20. Okay, a gap of 20, publish it. So let's select this first container, go to layout, on width, let's change it to pixels, px, and give it a width of 375 and minimum height of 557, like this. Publish it, and let's do the same to this one. Let's select this one, go to layout, on the width let's change the unit to pixels and give it a width of 492, and let's select this one too, change the unit to pixels and make it 375, like this, and publish it. So let's select the first one again. Let's check our reference side. We have to add this background image. So let's go select this column, go to style, on background type select classic, on image select choose image. So this background we need, select it. Good. So let's check our reference site. Okay, so this one, let's select this one too. Go to style, border type, select classic, image, choose image. So So we can select this image. Good. This one. And here on positioning, select center, repeat, no repeat, display size, cover, and give it a border radius of 10. Let's come back to this first one. Go to border, give it a border radius of 10 too. And still select it, go to style, select this, go to background, position, select center, repeat, no repeat, display size, cover, like this, and everything is looking good. So let's go back and add another element inside this. So let's go to our element panel, drag a container element, let's select this, bring this structure here. Okay, so let's select this container and go to layout. On layout, let's bring it to unjustified content, bring it down, select this container and go to advanced, give it a padding of 20. Like this. Publish it and select this container again, this small container, select it, go to style and give it a background color of white, and let's go to advanced, give it a padding of 20. Good. So let's go to style and give it a border. Let's give it a border of 10, border radius of 10. So from now we can start adding our element. So let's add another element inside this container, but before let's delete this. Let's add a text element first. Let's add this text element. Good. And let's copy this text from here back to our working environment, paste it here. So let's go to style and go to typography, change the font family to plus Jakarta Sun, and let's increase the font size to 20. Everything is good. So from here, let's select this and go to layout and click on center here to align it. So we can still select this and make it black. Let's add another container inside this by going to the element panel, drag this container inside. Good. So let me delete the container from here. Okay. So let's drop the container below like this. Okay. So let's remove the padding by going to advanced. And let's add image. Drag the image inside this container. Okay. So I want the container rather to come to the up here. This way. So select the container. Select this image. Let's go and copy this image. Copy this image. So let's go to style. On border radius, let's make it 100%, 100. Let's give it a border of solid. Border width 3. Let's give it border color of dark red. So from here, let's click on this container and let's center this by going to layout, center, and duplicate this image. Let's select it again. On item direction, click on this, select this image again, duplicate it, select it again, duplicate it. So we need 4. So here, let's click on this image, or let's click on this image, go to advanced, uncheck this margin and give it a negative margin, negative 47, negative 4. So let's give it a negative here, like this, increase. So after that, copy it, select this image, then paste style. Okay, so select this image too and paste style. Good. Everything's looking good. Select this container. So align this to the middle. So you can change the images, so I'm not going to do it. Okay, so you can just select each of the images and change it. So after that, so let's check we are done with this. So let's come to this second color. So back to our working environment again. So in this second column, we can give it a background color. So let's select this section, go to style, select background type. Let's select our light yellow color. So let's go up. We can copy this text from here, paste it here. Okay, like this, and change the color by going to style. On this color here, let's select our red color, our dark red color. Then let's go up again, copy this text back here and paste it. Let's paste it, and we can change this color to dark, like this. So let's go to our reference site, copy this text from here. Let's go back to our working environment, select this text, go to content, paste it here. Okay, back to our working environment, our reference site, copy this text, select this text, and copy this text from here and paste it. Back again, let's copy this red text, back to our working environment, copy this text from here and paste it here. Okay, so let's select our text, let's select this column and align everything to the middle. Select this text, go to style, align the text to the middle, and let's add another element, text element, text editor. Drag this text editor below. Let's go to our reference site, copy this text, back to our working environment, paste it here. Okay, like this. So let's go to code, and we can give it a line break here, just an HTML tag, like this. Let's go to style, And on the typography, change the typography to popping. Okay, increase the size to 16. We can make it a little bit darker if you want. So let's publish it. Okay, so let's see. Let's check our reference site. We have to add another container again. So let's go to our reference site. This is our reference site. So let's go to our preview. And so far, this is what we did. So let's go to our working environment, select this text, align it to the middle, and publish it again. So let's add another container by going to our element panel, drag this container below, go to advanced, and let's give it a padding of 40. Let's go to style. Let's give it a border. Let's give it a border radius 2 of 10. And a border type, let's select solid. Let's give it 1 for the width. Make the color lighter. Just lighter. Okay, and publish it. So from here we can start adding our elements. So let's add this written element. Drag the written element inside. So here let's go to style. On the spacing, let's give it some space here, like this. Let's go to start. On the color, let's give it our dark red color. And let's add another element, and that's going to be our image box. Image box. Drag the image box below here. Good. Select our image. Let's select this image. So on the text, select the name here. Back to our reference, our working environment. Paste it below here. Back to our reference site, copy this. Back to our working environment. Let's paste it here. Let's go to style and start styling this. So on the image spacing, let's make it 6. So let's come back here on the image percentage. Let's leave it the way it is. Height, let's leave it. Border radius, make it 100, like this. So from here, okay, so let's select this image box again. So let's send the image to the left. Okay, and let's align it to the middle. Good. So let's remove this space from here. Okay, so I think this space is okay. So let's leave it the way it is. Let's go to content. Let's change this content. Let's change it to, just change the font family, the typography to font family. Let's change it to plus Jakarta Sun, and increase the font size to 20 and leave it the way it is. So let's change the color to black. Good. So we can, let's go to the description, the typography. Let's change the typography to popping like this, and increase the font size to 16. So on the hover tool, let's make it black like this, and everything's looking good. So let's add another text element below. That's going to be our text editor. Drag it below. Let's copy this text. Let's see, it is the same text. Okay, So let's go here and we can break it here. So let's break it here by adding an HTML tag. Like this. Okay. So let's see. Everything is looking good. So we can publish it, but let's finish styling it by going to typography, font family, popping, font size 16. So let's publish it. Okay, and everything is looking good. So let's check our reference site. Let's come below. And so far this is what we did. Okay, so you can work on it. So I don't have to make it so perfect. So I'm just showing you how to build it. So you can take time and format it the way you want it. So let's add a button to this one. So let's come back. Let's go up. Let's select this button. And paste the button here. So I'll select this. Select this. Go to layout. On justify content, click on center, alignment item center, like this, and publish it. So everything's looking good. All right, so you can just play with all the settings. You can customize it the way you want it. So let's check our preview site and see what we just did. Okay, so as you can see, we have achieved it perfectly like this. So you can customize it the way you want it. So just see our reference site. This is our reference site. So this is our next section we have to create. So let's go to our working environment and start creating this section. So back to our working environment, and we are ready to create our next section. So to create our next section, click on this plus button. It's going to take us to this flex box. Click on this flex box, and we need a column. Let's see. Okay, we need this first column. So select this first column, select this section, go to advanced, remove the padding, and let's give it a custom padding of up 80, bottom 80, and let's go to layout. On weight, let's give it a width of 1300, publish it. Good. So let's add a container inside this. So let's drag a container, select this container, duplicate it. Okay, and select this first one, go to advanced, remove the padding, and let's add another container inside this. But let's select this one first, go to layout, on item direction, click on this first one. Let's go back to our element panel and select this container again and duplicate it like this. Good. So let's select this one, go to advanced, remove the padding, select this one too, go to advanced and remove the padding. So from here we can go up here and copy the text. We already have the text formatted, so we don't want to create it and format it again. Okay, so let's copy and paste it here. So I'll come back, copy this text from here, back to our working environment, paste it here. So I'll go up again and copy the text from here, come back below and paste it here. So let's go back, select this text also, copy it, come back, paste it here. Let's copy the bottom as well. Copy the button, come below and paste it here like this. So let's select this container and go to layout. On layout, item, align item, click on end like this. Okay, so everything is looking good. So let's go to our reference site, copy this text. Let's copy the dark one first. Back to our working environment. Let's select this. Let's paste it here. This text, let's paste it here like this. Back, select this text. Back to our working environment and paste it here like this. Okay, so let's go back and publish it. So everything is looking good. So we have to come to this container, remove the padding, and let's add another element inside, and that's going to be a grid element. So let's go to our element panel and look for grid. Drag the grid element inside this container. Let's go to advanced. Let's remove the padding of the grid, and we only need 3 columns and 1 row of the grid. So on the row, let's make it 1. On the column is going to be 3, so let's leave it to 3. So let's go to our element panel again, and let's drag another element inside, and that's going to be our container element. Drag the container element like this. So let's see, we are not going to give it a padding. So let's add an image element to select an image, drag the image inside. So let's go, and this is the image we need. Let's select our image, this one. Okay, so select our image. Everything is looking good. So we can add another element inside this container by going to an element panel, drag this container again below. Okay, so let's go to layout, and on the gap, let's put it 0. Good. So let's select this, and let's go to advanced and give it padding of 20. Good, like this, and everything is looking good. So from here, we can start adding some elements, this text element. So let's go back, let's go to our element panel, look for heading, drag the heading inside. Let's come back to our reference site, copy this text back to our working environment and paste it here like this. So let's go to style. On typography, select it. Let's change the font family to, select the font family, change it to plus Jakarta San, and increase the font size to 23. You can enter in. So let's change the color to dark like this, and here we can add another element. So let's add another element, and that's going to be text editor. Let's drag the text editor below. Good. So let's copy this text and go back and paste it here. So let's go to style, go to typography, change the typography to popping, the font family, change it to popping, increase the font size to 16. Then let's make the color a little bit darker. like this. So let's add another container inside here. Drag a container inside below here like this. Let's remove the padding of the container, and let's go to our element panel and look for icon list. Drag our icon list inside this container, select it, go to layout. On item direction, click on this, select the icon list, delete this one, delete this. So let's go to our reference site. Let's copy this text and let's paste it here. Okay, like this. So let's go to our reference, our style, to style it, and let's go to text, change the font family to popping, and increase the font size to 14. Good. So we can change the icon. Let's go to icon, make the icon 13, change the color. You can change the icon color to this color, and also let me change the icon. Let's change the icon to clock. Let's select this one, and from here I can duplicate it. Select this on item direction. Okay, so what I want to do, let me go back, select the icon list again, delete this one, and duplicate it inside here, inside the container, like this. Good. And from here, let's select this container. Okay, so let's check. All right, it has a border, so let's give it a border. So let's go to style, let's go to border, let's give it a border radius of bottom 10. Let me make it 0 and uncheck this. Then let's type in again, bottom 10 and the left 10, and let's add a border type, and that's going to be solid. Let's select it. Let's put it to solid and uncheck this one. So on the right, let's give it 1, on the bottom 1, on the left 1, but the up we are not going to give it a border at the up. So let's select this image and go to style. Let's add a border radius to the image at the up. Let's uncheck this one, up 10, right 10. Okay, like this, and publish it. So after that, let's select the whole of this container, duplicate this container, and duplicate it again. All right, so let me duplicate it again, like this, and we have 3 pieces right now. Okay, and everything is looking good. So let's publish it. Let's publish it. Okay, as you can see here, everything's already looking nice. All right, so let's preview. Let's go to our preview site. It is loading. So let's go down. Okay, and this is what we did. Everything's looking perfectly. So we started here, and so far this is what we did. So let's check our reference site. We have to design our footer and our header, right? So let's go to our working environment and start designing our footer. After designing our footer, we are going to design our header. So back in our working environment, and we are ready to create our footer. So to create our footer, we have to go inside our dashboard and create our footer template. So let's preview our site here, and on your left side you see an icon here. Click on it, click on dashboard. On here, come back, come below, you see template, put your mouse cursor on it. This window is going to open. You see team builder here. Click on team builder, and it's going to load and take us to the template section. And here you will see header and footer. So we need the footer, so let's click on footer. So it's going to load. Let's give it some little bit of time. Okay, so Elementor and WordPress are going to give us pre-made template here, but we don't want it. We want to create our footer from scratch, so let's close it. Okay, and our footer working environment is ready. So from here, we can go to the footer settings and name our footer footer1, footer1, and publish it. Add a condition, save it, and we can now start designing our footer. So to create our footer section, click on this plus button. It will take us to this flex box. Click on this flex box, and we are going to create a one column section. So click on it, and our section is being created. Select this section, go to advanced, remove the padding, give it a top padding of 80 like this, and publish it. Okay, so let's see our preview site. All right, so let's add a background to our section. So let's go to our footer section, and this is our footer section. So let's select this. Let's go to layout. On width, let's add a width of 1300. Publish it. Let's go to style, and on background type, let's select classic. And here, let's select this dark color like this and make it transparent. We can even make it lighter a little bit like this. And let's go to background overlay. On background type, select classic. Let's choose an image. Come below, let's select an image, background image for that. So let's see this image. Okay, let's select this image. Okay, so here on position, select center, center, repeat, no repeat, display size, select cover or leave it to default like this. Okay, so here we can reduce the opacity to about 1. I think it's okay. So let's publish it. So let's go back to this background again. Okay, it's okay. And this is okay. So let's publish it. And we can add another container inside this by looking for our container element. Drag this container here like this, and let's duplicate it. Okay, and select this container, go to advanced, remove the padding. Let's add another container inside. Container like this, select it, go to advanced, remove the padding, select that container again, duplicate it. So let's bring this structure select this big container, go to layout, on item direction, click on this arrow, and again you can duplicate this container again, duplicate it again. Okay, publish it. So let's see our reference site. So let's add an image. This is our footer. So let's go to our element panel and look for image. Drag the image here. Let's select our logo image. Okay, this our logo image. So let's go to style. Let's bring the logo to the left, and let's add our another element, and that's going to be text editor. A text element like this. Let's go back here, copy this text, paste it here. Okay, so let's go to style, typography, click on it, font family, change it to popping, font size, make it 16, and let's change the color to white. Okay, so let me select this one. Let's make it more darker by going to background, this. Okay, okay, so let's publish it and go back to our reference site. Let's add some icon. Let's go to our element panel. Let's select this rather. Select our element panel, look for social icon. Drag the social icon below here. Let's delete this. So let's select on the shape, let's select circle like this, and we can change the color by going to the style, color here, custom. On the custom color, let's select this dark color as primary and the secondary color to be white like this, and the size, let's make it 17, and this way you can make it 0.8, and everything is looking good. So let's go back here and bring the icon to the left, so we can duplicate this icon and make it Twitter. Change the icon to Twitter. Twitter X. Let's duplicate it again and change the icon to Instagram. You can select Pinterest and let's add Instagram too. Okay, so let's select Instagram. Let's see, everything's looking good. So let's publish it and preview. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back and duplicate this. Let's select it and duplicate it. Okay, so from here, let's delete this and add another element, heading. Let's drag this heading at the up here. So let's go to our reference site, copy this back to our footer, paste it here. So let's go to style, go to typography, change the font family to plus Jakarta Sun, and increase the font size to 23. You can enter 23, and let's change the color to white. Good. So here too, let's go to our element panel and look for icons, elements, icon list. Drag this icon list below here. Let's delete this text, delete this one too. Select the icon list, let's delete it and leave one. Let's go to our reference site, and here let's copy this home back to our footer and paste it here. Okay, so from here, let's check our reference site. We are going to change the icon to arrow. I think this one. Okay, so let's go to style, let's go to text. On typography, change it to popping. The font size, increase it to 16. Let's go to the icon, change the icon color to this dark red. Let's leave it to 14. Let's change the text color to white, like this, and let's go back and duplicate it. Let's duplicate it and make it 5. Okay, so let's go to style and give it some gaps. Let's give it some gaps. Okay, so you can change it, okay, and put anything you want, right? So I'm not going to do it. So let's duplicate this one again and delete this. So let's copy this. Let's copy this text back to our footer. Select this, paste it here. Okay, so the same thing here. It is the same, so you can just change it. You can select it and change the text the way you want it. So I'm not going to do it. So let's hide this. Let's delete this container. Let's check our reference. Let me duplicate it again. Let's duplicate it again. Duplicate. Delete this container. Let's go to our reference site. Select this contact. Back to our footer, and let's change it, right? Like this. So this one too, we can change it. You can change everything. It is the same thing. Okay, so just change it and increase the icon. You see, so you can change everything. So I'm not going to do it. I'll just publish it. All right, so let's come back below here. Select this. Let's go to advanced and check this padding, and let's give it a custom padding. So 20, bottom 20, and let's select it again. Let's go to margin and check this. Change the unit to EM, and let's give it some margin. It's okay. So from here, let's add our text. Copy this, paste it here, and let's delete all this text from here. Remove this icon. So let's copy this text back to the footer, paste it here like this. Okay, so let's come back, duplicate this, select this container, go to layout, on item direction, select this first arrow, still select this container, on justify content, select space between like this, and let's come back here, copy this text, back to our footer, select it and paste it here. So after that, select this container, go to style, come to border, select solid, on border width, uncheck this, let's give it top border of 1, and make it transparent, light color, publish it, and let's see what we did. Okay, so far this is what we got. So we have designed the footer very nicely. So let's go and design our header. So let's go back to our dashboard by clicking on this icon. It will take us to our dashboard. So we are in our dashboard. So click on this dashboard. So here, come below, you see templates. Put your mouse cursor on it. This window is going to open. You see team builder. Click on team builder. And here on your right side, you see add new. Click on add new. You see header here. Click on header. We don't want templates, so we are going to create our header from scratch. So let's close it. So our header working environment is being created. So let's go to our header settings and name our header header 1. Publish it, add a condition, and save it. So our header working environment is ready for us to start designing our header. So to create our header section, click on this plus button. It is going to take us to this flex box. Click on it and click on this first column. Okay, so select this section, go to advanced, on padding, and check this padding. Let's give it a custom padding of 15, bottom padding of 15, and let's select it. Let's go to layout, on width, let's give it a width of 1300, publish it. So select it again, go to style, background type, select classic, background color, select, let's give it light yellow, publish it. Let's go to our element panel, choose an image, drag our image here. So let's select our logo image, and this logo image, select it. Let's bring our logo image to the left like this and increase this one to 100%. Let's go to advanced, on custom weight, let's give it 20% like this. Okay, and everything is looking good. So let's publish it. From here, let's go back to our dashboard, and we already have our dashboard open here. So come below, you see appearance, put your mouse cursor on it. You see menu, click on menu, and let's create our menu from the dashboard. So it is still loading, you can see it here. So let's come back while it's loading here. So okay, it has finished loading. So let's create our menu structure. So header, menu, okay, and it is a header menu. So click on header, create menu. our menu structure is being created. So on your left side here, you can see we have a home page, one page here, so we can add that page to our menu by clicking on it and click on add menu, add to menu. So we can create a custom menu that's going to be our dummy link menu. So let's click on custom link here to create our dummy link menu. So on URL, enter hashtag about, and here write about us, add to menu. So let's write our menu, hashtag menu here, our menu, add to menu, hashtag blog, add to menu, hashtag contact, add to menu. And after that, let's save our menu. Okay, so once it's saved, let's go to our header. Let's refresh this page. It is still loading. Let's give it a little bit of time. Okay, so let's go to our element panel and look for menu, WordPress menu. Drag it inside here like this. Select this, and on content you see pointer here. Select it, put it on none. Good. Let's go to style. On typography, select it. Font family, let's change the font family to plus Jakarta Sun, and let's increase the font size to 17. Good. Let's change the color to dark. Let's go to hover, change our hover color to our dark red. Active color, let's change it to our dark red and publish it. Okay, so from here, let's go back to our home page, this home page, and copy this button from here. We already have this button, so we don't have to create it again. So with Elementor, you can do copy and paste. So let's select this section, go to layout and item direction, click on this. So select it again. On justify content, select center, undo it, align item, select center, and justify content, select space between like this, and everything is looking good. So let's publish it. Let's see. Okay, everything is looking good. So let's come back to our home page here and preview everything and see what we did so far. Good. As you can see, this is our header and this is our hero section we designed. So everything is looking perfectly. We started everything nicely and ended everything, you see. So you are able to build this beautiful website. So if you are new to this channel and you still haven't subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe as I keep posting more helping videos like this. Peace.